Good morning, y'all. It's Sunday morning. It's March 20th and it's 40 degrees out here. My name's Rachel and I'm gardening for butterflies and for myself on the Alabama Gulf Coast in zone 9A. It's really cold. It's 40 degrees and the wind is gusting at like 15 miles an hour from the north. And last year we had a freeze on March 15th, and so tonight we may have a freeze. They're giving us freeze warnings. So I had to put a lot of things in the potting shed just to protect them. But I've got some exciting things happening in the garden, so come along and see. Yesterday afternoon, when I got home from work, I was determined to come out here and plant some things in the garden, spur of the moment, just stick them in the ground and not even think about armadillos. But I'm so glad that I wasn't able to. God sent some rain down upon me. He was just like, "No, Rachel, no, you're going to regret this. I will rain you out, and you will rethink this." And I have rethought it because um, I've put these blue-eyed grasses and these carex right here, just kind of in a very regimented kind of way, and I don't like it. I want it to be a little less, I guess, soldierly because they're in a line. That's just kind of boring. I don't think I want more color too. So this is not going to stay, and I might plant some stuff in the ground, but it's not going to be this. I need more color. Uh, but um, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I cut a spray of these roses right here, the Gertrude Jekyll, and I have them by my bed. And when I woke up this morning, I woke up to the scent of roses, and it was so magical, y'all. I got to tell y'all, she is the best smelling rose that I have that I've ever had. Now I thought that Gentle Hermione was beating everybody out, but no, Gertrude Jekyll, Gertrude Jekyll for the win. We have not had sun when I've been videoing for the past, man, I don't know how long. And now I'm up a little a little late because things are about to get blown out in a minute. But I thought I would just show y'all that. I haven't had any armadillo activity that I have noticed in the past week. So I'm feeling rather happy about that. This is James Galway. Is that not gorgeous? Mm, so beautiful. Oh, but I did learn something. I don't know about you, but for me, I am very much a procrastinator. And I think one of the reasons why is because I'm a perfectionist, although you can't tell from my garden. But I want things to be perfect. And of course, in gardening, that is never the case. But I was very resistant. I was just kept putting it off about planting these, this whole, I have like 6 pots, blue pots like this. And I was going to plant them all in this Mystic Spires salvia. But I've got to show you why I think that that's not going to work. So this Mystic Spires or Indigo Spires, whichever one, it's just a phenomenal plant. I love it so much, but it does have a weakness. And if it's planted in the ground, it's not as big of a deal. But in a pot like this, it is. Let me show you. I'm going to zoom in here where you can see right in here. Oh, okay. Let's see if you can see this. Okay, right there. Do you see where it's splitting? The weight of it, it just can't handle it. But here's what happens when it does do something like this. Now, if it's planted in the ground, it will just flop over, and if it can touch the ground, it will root in and it'll spread and it'll be fine. But because this is like 2 feet off the ground, that's not going to work out. Even though it seems to be fine at the moment, it gets too big for itself, too big for its britches. Here's an example of it by the rose arbor. This is some that I planted a couple of years ago, and it's growing back. And this is some that's it's not going to come back. But this is what happened. It this is the kind of the original place where it grew, and it fell over, and you can see it fell over and rooted in, and that's just what this stuff is going to do. It'll break off continually over the course of the summer, and I'll cut it back and it'll grow back. It really is a happy plant. All the little birdies are kind of angry with me because I haven't put food out yet. um I've been lazy. I didn't even want to come out here because it's so cold, but I'm going to feed them after I get finished videoing. But I wanted to show y'all the carrot flower. Everything's been kind of shifted because I had to put all the coleus in the potting shed. But look there, ta-da! It's carrot flowers, and I'm on the lookout for not giant swallowtails, but eastern black swallowtail caterpillar eggs, because they should be coming along and laying eggs on this just any day now. I'm also checking the fennel because this is another larval host plant for eastern black swallowtails, but I don't see any signs. One larval host plant that I forgot to mention last week when I was talking about butterfly larval host plants is the milkweed, and I have one right here. This is the larval host plant for monarch butterflies, and this is a swamp milkweed. It will have beautiful pale pink flowers, and I have such a treat for y'all because I happen to have some monarch caterpillars and eggs that I'm going to show y'all. First, I've got to show y'all the dahlia progress. So they are coming up, all at very different rates, but they are all very different dahlias. So I guess that's what we should expect. And then my little garden in a pot is taken off. I wish that the zinnias would open up, but this is going to get crazy really fast. And the passion flower vine is doing its thing. And there's some back there too. So that's really, really thrilling. I do have, look at this naughty interloper. I did throw out some seeds and I didn't know what they were, but look, I've got this orange zinnia, and I got to tell y'all, I love it, but why? Why does it have to grow here in the backyard? And I'm going to have to dig it up. That's very annoying. I'm going to dig it up and I'm going to put it in the front yard. But the birds have done me a favor, and they've been planting these sunflowers, so I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be so cheerful. But there's just so much to do out here in so little time, and it's kind of weighing on me. But I'm going to have all day tomorrow, so hopefully there will be many changes by next week for y'all. Oh yeah, I did pot up some fun things here. I decided I was going to take this Gomphrena and put it in this pot with this Vinca, and then also with this Agastache. And I think once they all bloom, it's going to be very pretty because it's going to be purple and light pink and dark pink. And I have two of those that I've planted up. I'm hoping that they'll do well. Another thing that I planted up was this blue-eyed grass with some Gomphrena. I'm just not really sure how big this Gomphrena is going to get. So, I want these pots to be overflowing. And I know that the Agastache will take over, but I just want them all flowing and falling everywhere. And then here's other dahlias. They're looking pretty good. Everything's getting snacked on because I really do have like an armyworm infestation that is happening here. It's disturbing. Last week I forgot to look in on the bog garden, and it's looking really good. Although there are a lot of violets growing and I need to weed it, but the Venus flytrap, gosh, why can't I ever remember that? It has caught several rocks. And then also I have some new growth on the pitcher plant, so it is not dead. I am really thankful for that. And the other things that I planted here are doing really well. This stuff, isn't it just the cutest? Is that not cute? And then this stuff, not sure what it is, but it's cute. And these little things, is this not adorable? I want a bunch of these. I'm gonna have to get more of these from Carol. And what I need to do is stuff the plants that I know that I planted in here, and then rip out everything that I know that I didn't. This thing was something that was chewed up as soon as I put it in, and now it's growing back. So there are lots of lots of growth of things that I like. So I'm excited about that. Man, my hands are just getting numb being outside. So I'm in the potting shed right now because I wanted to show y'all some seedlings that I have. I put all my coleus in here because even though it only got down to 40 last night, and not freezing, because freezing is the thing that really kills things, but coleus, they don't like that. I thought that I could leave them out one time when it only got down to 40, and it just really did a number on them. So I brought all of them in, and then I also brought my princess flower in because she can't stand temperatures 40 or below either. But I got to show y'all these seedlings. Borage, y'all. Borage is super easy to grow from seeds, and I'll show you why. Because look at all these. Look at how many I have. Almost every single one that I planted is coming up. Also, some bluebonnets are coming up. Miracle. And then I have a bunch of basil. I've got that globe basil right there. And then I've also got Thai basil. Where is it? Oh yeah, you know what? I think I have it over here. Yes, I do. Thai basil. Now that is something that I'm really excited about because it's got purple flowers. And if you saw my garden last year, I only had one of them, but I want to have a jillion of those because let me tell you, the pollinators love them. And they're super easy to grow from seed. I mean, once you buy it, you'll have it forever. Something else that's awesome about borage is it's got blue edible flowers. They're little star-shaped flowers. They're so cute, and the leaves are edible, although they're kind of furry. But I just love having edible plants in the garden. Oh, in fact, I tasted some roses this week, and they are really good. Here's one of my tiny monarch caterpillars. I'm going to show you how small he is compared to my very dry finger. Ta-da! He's so little. And I have probably, I think, 4 or 5 more. Oh, see, you can see one over here on the edge. So little. Now, I probably have about 15 eggs. I'm going to see if I can find one so you can see how small they are and what to look for when you're bringing them into your house. Usually what they do is they'll lay their eggs on the underside of a leaf. And you know what's funny? One that I can see is about to emerge, and so it's black. But I want to show you one that is, oh, there's one right there. That is an egg right there. Do you see that? That white kind of yellow thing? That's their egg. And when they're about to emerge from the egg starts to turn black. There it is right there. And he'll crawl out and eat the shell, and then he'll start eating a hole through the leaf. And that's the other way you can find monarch caterpillars is if you see telltale signs of damage, you just turn and you look on the underside of the leaf, and you will probably find a caterpillar. And there is one. And one of the reasons why you want to, oh gosh, he's on my finger. One of the reasons why you want to bring them in to raise as soon as you find them is because there are parasites that like to lay eggs on them. And you won't know that it's got a parasite in it until it is turned into a chrysalis, and then it turns into this black goo, and some fly larva falls out of it. It's disgusting and really discouraging. But so here's what I've been doing. I will cut the branch off that has the egg on it, and I'll put it in water and see how I've taped across this so that if they fall, they won't fall into the water. And then I'll put it under the water and I'll cut it again under the water so that there's more opportunity for water, to keep going up at the stem rather than it getting dried out. And then I change out the water every couple of days, and it really needs it now because it looks kind of gross. But it's going to take about 2 weeks for these caterpillars right here to turn into chrysalises. And then in another 2 weeks, they'll come out as monarch butterflies. So it's about a 4-week process, give or take a few days. And then I keep them in this cage right here. I turn it sideways. Wait, let me zoom out so you can see. Turn it sideways so I can just slide it in like this, because all they do is eat and poop. And so the bottom of this container is going to fill up with poo. So I can slide that out, clean it, and then I put the top on it right here. And then what they're going to do when they turn into chrysalises is they're going to climb up to the top of this cage, and they're going to hang from the top of this cage right here and turn into chrysalises. So that's the whole process, and I'm going to be sharing it with you. And I like to share it with the kids at work too. It's just exciting. First batch. Queen of Sweden. Gentle Hermione. Look at these white eggs. I don't know what those are. I've got to look that up because they're just so perfect looking. They look like little pearls. Another wonderful thing that has happened this week is one of my first hummingbirds showed up at the feeder, and it was a little girl. I'm sure she's somewhere in a branch just trying to stay warm right now because it is really cold out here. I'm suffering. So I'm about to go inside. But I hope y'all have a great week, and I hope y'all are seeing lots of signs of life, everything coming back to life for the spring. And I can't wait to find out what's happening in your gardens. I'm going to go in and probably take a very hot bath. God bless y'all. Have a great week, and I can't wait to talk to y'all. Bye.